Welcome back. Today I want to give you gift number 4 for this holiday season, and that is to help you reclaim your relevance in your finances. When I started my coaching journey, I started out as a master financial coach. And over the past 11 years, I have helped over 600 clients walk through their finances to financial freedom. Now, over those 11 years, what I recognized was that finances were a presenting issue when people came into my office. Usually by the end of the session, we were discussing deeper issues that actually led to the financial issues, which is why I trained and became certified in marriage coaching, executive coaching, spiritual formation coaching, an EFT practitioner, along with becoming a communications and strengths expert. 2 facts that have been made very clear over the past 11 years in my coaching career. This is not a math problem because every person who came into my office knew how to add and subtract. And number 2, finances were the presenting issue because there was a deeper core issue when it came to money. And that is our habits and attitudes towards money that leads to our behavior around money. Money impacts our relationships, our careers, our business, our health and self-care, our spiritual walk, and our mental capacity. And it is shaped by our self-identity. When you get a handle on your habits and attitudes towards money, you start to change your behaviors when it comes to money, and you reclaim your relevance with your finances. The number 1 step in reclaiming your relevance with your finances is to know your monthly and non-monthly expenses. One thing that kept popping up across almost all of my financial clients was there was actually a discrepancy in their numbers. Everyone would tell me what their current monthly expenses were, or what we would call fixed expenses. Then I would ask about those expenses that don't happen every month. We call them the non-monthly expenses. The standard answer was, well, that happens in, and they would give me a month, and then I would ask if the following month after that expense month was tough. And they would say, yes. I don't know what happened. Well, I can tell you what happened. They did not account for their non-monthly expenses on a monthly basis. Non-monthly expenses would be like gifts, for birthday, Christmas, HOA dues, tags and registration on a car, school supplies or clothing, general medical expenses, summer camp, vacations, even printer ink. These expenses hijack most spending plans. Why? Because they're actually not in the spending plan. Again, when you don't know what your monthly and non-monthly expenses are, your spending plan will be hijacked every month. And then you will have to pull out that credit card or ask for a loan because it seems like there's an emergency every month. My gift to you is the opportunity to stop this cycle. First, you're going to gather all your numbers and find out what is really going on. Then and only then can you choose what you're willing to do to reclaim your relevance with your finances. So, the first step is to actually sit down and gather all those monthly and non-monthly expenses together. The best way that I have found over the 11 years to do that is to just take a 12-month calendar, one of those inexpensive ones, or you can print it out on your computer with 2 colored pens. Write your fixed monthly expenses in one color. Those are the expenses that you pay every month no matter what, like rent or mortgage, car payment, groceries, utilities, etc. Go through the entire year from January to December and fill those out on the due dates with the dollar amounts. Then go back with the other pen color starting in January and write out what those non-monthly expenses are. Remember, non-monthly expenses are those expenses that you pay once, twice, or even quarterly in a year. Here's some tips. Do not fill out this calendar with what you think your spending plan should look like. Also, do not make any cuts or leave anything off, no matter how small it is on this first pass through. You must know what you have been spending your money on over this past year so that you know what changes need to be made and why you need to make them. Cutting your spending plan just to cut it is actually a surefire way to fall back into the trap of overspending because you don't have a plan, so it's kind of hard to stick to one. Making a decision in a crisis moment usually does not work out in the long run. Now that you know what your monthly and non-monthly expenses are, you want to start building out a spending plan that gets you back on track. I would like you to download my Self-Identity Success Plan Blueprint, where I go into detail how to do this. Blessings, and I will talk to you soon.